just to understand how the institutes, campuses having potential of rainwater harvesting, but it is not noticed or ignored, and they have to depend on the tankers, particularly during summer season, and there will be always an water scarcity issue. So instead of having our own infrastructure, we have to plan, at least in the beginning, if not during the during whenever the crisis comes. This is one case with Challapalli jail. It is in 100 acres with the 2,000 inmates. Almost average 2,000 inmates are there every day. There are resident inmates. I found there are 18 borewells and only 4 are working. 4 are working and 1 or 2 are with less yield. So with some corporate support, we have done 4 initially. And the main point here is that the campus which is inside, I mean that the jail compound wall, there are no vehicles, they are not allowed. Everyone has to walk. And if there is one solar vehicle is there, I mean battery, electric vehicle is there, that's all. So it's an advantage for us. There is no pollution. There are trees, there's a landscape, and there are regular, what you call, this stormwater drains, that's all. So it was very easy for me to divert the rainwater. And there are few borewells which are, abutting this, just nearby or little far from the stormwater drains. So by taking the gravity, and we channelize it to the feasible borewells. Luckily, all are feasible there. Feasible means they can take the water inside. That's the main point. So this is first one borewell, and this is the second one. Here the water used to stagnate for many days. And there is a borewell, abandoned borewell. Some are only 200 feet, some are, and around 500 feet are the maximum there inside. And this entire water used to go in whenever it rains. Excess only used to go outside the compound wall. This is the one structure, and there are 2 compound walls. So between these 2 entire stretch, there are few borewells. So this like small canal they used to go outside. There's a borewell luckily on the way only. So we made it into a connected structure. So rainwater will go inside the bore, excess can go again join the normal stream. And we have done to many working borewells also. The yield increased. See, this is one. This is the stormwater drain, and we laid a pipe, and the structure is there. We call this entire structure as inverse borewell, IBW RWH, inverse borewell rainwater harvesting. The same borewell can extract, the same borewell point can recharge. So this is what we combine. No separate for recharge, no separate for extract. The same bore. It's some professionally, we can do. With some experience and team, we have done to many borewells like that. To convert into IBW RWH, we need to know the history of the borewell. When it is dug, depth, casing, what was the yield in the beginning, how the water came when the bore was dug. So these are some points. And out of experience also we locate whether we can do to this bore or not. And this is also one bore, old borewell. And there is also some missing pictures are there are in the 4 acres vegetable garden. We have done to 2 borewells. There are 4 borewells inside. 2 are almost to the near the wall. 4 feet water used to stagnate there for a few days. After doing that 2 structures, the water immediately goes inside and it is supporting the other 2 borewells. So the 4 acres vegetable plot, the inmates, the prisoners, they are able to do that activity throughout the year without looking for the tankers. So this was a success we achieved in the Chellapalli jail. So there are two huge buildings, around 800 square meters each building. To the left one building, right one building. So 800 square meters nowadays, since 3-4 years, we will get 10 lakh liters on that building. 10 lakh liters per annum. More also we are getting. Since 3-4 years, really huge rains. And earlier, all water used to go through downtake pipes onto the ground and outside. And they have a 1400 feet borewell. See, this is the borewell. When I went in 2019, 2018, this I noticed, this borewell. It was lying on the road. They wanted to close it because there's no water. 1400 feet, there's no water. They wanted to close it. Then I found, I want to tell one fact. I was with a geologist for some time in the beginning, to know the feasibility of the borewell, point location. But later, somehow I met one person. I'm very thankful to him. He used to see bore points with the green coconut. So while going with him, he said, I can also see such points. So I was embarrassed to hold a green coconut. And because I was an employee actually, having some education, I'm telling this fact somehow. So through that, I found that this has some layers, fissures are there. So then I said, you please protect it. We will convert it to structure one day. So I was able to hold it. Otherwise, they wanted to put stones and soil into it and close it. Because there used to be children's, it's an orphanage. So then this is one more borewell. Lesser depth. See, we have diverted all the rooftop water through some CSR support only, and here. So entire water, see the first building and the second building. It's a second building, it's the first building. See, entire rooftop we are able to get to one point. And this one, see, this is the entire water at one pipe. This is a chamber. This is a collection chamber of one building. First going into this borewell, which is 400 feet depth only. This is the structure we made. This is the one structure. And excess of this is routed through gravity to the 1400 feet borewell. This is, the excess will go from here. So luckily we are able to channelize entire water to first borewell and the excess to this borewell. Also, this building's water into this building, this borewell. So 1400 feet water, 1400 feet borewell depth, we are able to channelize entire rooftop water. So 16 lakh liters to 20 lakh liters per annum, it has to enter into the borewells only, not outside. So this structure, in spite of heavy rains, no overflow, because there are fissures. And they're able to put a motor and they're able to draw water now. So no, entire water is going into the deep aquifer.